Hey my Squidlings, it's Katie here. Welcome back to another review and demo video. Today is the last review demo that I'm going to be doing for a little bit of time, at least until the middle of July, so I apologize ahead of time for that. So today we're going to be taking a look at the KURETAKE ZIG Real Brush Clean Color Real Brush, if I could read. There we go. So, the ZIG Clean Color Real Brush. It's got a mouthful of a name. Here's what the barrel looks like, and they each have their own little names and the numbers right there, and it is single-ended. And the thing that separates these from all other like water-based, these are water-based by the way, markers, is the fact that they've got like actual real bristles. I don't know if you can see that, but I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely unique, and it sets them apart from all of the other water-based markers. So in addition to being a brush pen and having real bristles, you do get some pretty neat line width, so you can go fast and get some really thin lines, or you can go slow and get some really thick lines. You can also taper it off if you would really want to do that. And the faster you go, the more broken your line will be. The slower you go, the more together, is that the word? The less breakage you'll have. And again, like I said, these are water based, so you put some water on them and they just melt, and it's just super nice. So these come in 80 different colors, which is a lot of colors. You can get them in sets ranging from 4 to the full 80 pack, just kind of depending on where you go. And they are sold relatively widely, so you can basically get them anywhere. So I did buy the 12 set. When I show you the swatches, I'll show you the ones that came in the 12 set. And I also bought some to supplement the 12 set because I feel like I didn't get enough colors in them. But honestly, you can kind of vary the colors you get with water, so I think the 12 set is perfect if that's what you want to start with. But again, I just wanted to supplement what I got. The nice thing is this comes in a plastic palette, and something you can do, which I think is really cool, is you can take a pen like this and just kind of scribble it off into this plastic palette, and you can take something like a water brush, pick it up, and then you can actually just paint with it like a regular watercolor. And that's one thing I really love about watercolor markers, because it's just really nice and handy to have. Definitely getting, you know, varied tones and stuff, because if you don't want it near as vibrant as what the marker will show, then you can do it like that. These markers are also pretty unique because not only can you use the markers themselves, but you can do other things with them. So you can blend them out with water like I've already showed you here. You can scribble them out into a palette like I showed you here, or you can take two colors. So we're gonna take this blue, then I'm gonna take this like pinky red color, and you can actually mix them right on the paper. And if you want to go back and forth to kind of get some better blending, that's pretty cool too. You can even take water to this and get a better effect. But the nice thing is you don't have to. You can blend these right on the paper, and it makes everybody's life easier and more fun, let's be honest. And the last way of blending is called the tip to tip method. So you can take a color like this red, and I'm going to take this like yellowy color, and I am just going to uncap them both. I'm gonna set the red down. I'm gonna pick up some color with this yellow marker, and then I'm just going to scribble this out. And as you can see, you actually get a really good color ombre, like color gradient. And since they are bristles, you don't have any fear of ruining your brushes, which I find is really handy. So one thing I am going to show you that I did, and I did not invent this idea. Jennifer McGuire Inc., that's her YouTube channel, and I will leave a link to the video where I saw this. She actually came up with this idea, and I just used it. But basically, I took some color, I put it on a piece of paper, I watered it down, let it dry, then I used a hole punch to punch it out, glued it to the tops of my caps, and then I put just the color of the pen itself on there, so it's like a split 50-50. And I got a really cool color swatch so I can see them from afar and know exactly what I'm going to be getting. It's a really handy technique, so if you've got these, I would highly recommend doing that. I just glued mine down with some E6000 and a toothpick, as you saw, but you can use any glue that'll basically be sturdy enough. Oh, before I forget, I am going to show you the swatches. So here are all of the swatches. So the yellow, which does come in the 12 set. Then we've got a bright yellow orange, which also comes in the 12 set. Carmine red comes in the 12 set. Then we've got deep red, scarlet red, and I have 2 of those, and actually this is a great opportunity to show you this. They each come individually wrapped. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. These can be difficult to get off, so the easiest way to do it is just to twist the cap and it breaks the seal on it. But I do think it's nice. I don't have this one opened because this is a duplicate and I don't want to let it dry out and not be able to use it. Anyway, we've got pink flamingo, regular pink, which comes in the 12 set, so does light violet, regular violet, blue comes in the 12 set, then we've got Persian blue, cobalt blue, which also comes in the 12 set, light green. Okay, you'll see this dark green swatch is really bad, and here is the redone version of that. When I opened my dark green, it was dry. Like, I'd never used it and it was completely dry, and so I tried to get this to work and it just didn't. So what I did was I just opened it up. It's not easy, but you can take the top of like this part off, and then on the inside there's like this little barrel where all the ink is, and I just squirted some drops of water in there, and I might have diluted the color a little bit, but honestly I don't think it looks that different from this to this. This actually looks way better. So if you do buy one and it's somehow dry, just open it up, put a few drops of water in there and kind of test it and see how that works. So anyway, there's green, which does come in the 12 set. Then we've got a flush tone. Of course, that does not cover everybody's flush tone, but this is just a like white Caucasian skin tone. Then we've got a brown, dark brown, light gray, which comes, oh, these 2 come in the 12 set. Basically, anywhere you see that it says a 12, it comes in the 12 set. And then we've got black, which also comes in the 12 set. And then here was just me playing around, so ignore that. But all of these colors are really pretty. They're really vibrant if you like that, but they can be muted down, as you can see in the swatches. And they also do sell very muted colors. Again, they have 80 colors and I've only got 22, I think, of them, 21, 22. And if you're interested in checking them out, I will have a link down in the description below to where you can do so. And before I go any further, I want to let you know that I did buy all of these markers myself. So, you know, honest review and all the opinions, all the opinions in this video are my own and unique to me, because this is just if I like them or not. Now that I have shown you all of the blending methods that I can think of, and I've talked a little bit about these, I'm going to go ahead and head over into an illustration and talk to you further about my pros and cons of using them, how I use them as a watercolor artist. Anyway, I'm gonna do one last mermaid piece for the month of May, and yeah, so I hope to see you over there. I want to go ahead and apologize for that super long intro. So now let's talk about the pros and cons of these markers. So first off, you can store them either horizontally or vertically. It doesn't matter. That is awesome. They are individually wrapped, which I think is really nice. These are a water-based dye ink. So the bristles can give you line variation, which I think is awesome. And you can do the tip-to-tip blending without ruining your tip. They can be used in a plastic palette or glass, or, you know, anything that's not porous for watercolor effects, which I think is pretty cool too. They can be used with or without water, so you can use them by themselves, you can blend them with water, or you can blend them with each other, and they actually blend really well. And they're widely available, so a lot of countries carry these, so I think that's really great too, because some markers and stuff, you know, they're not readily available to everybody. The color doesn't really shift that much between, you know, dry and wet, which is great too, because, you know, having shifty colors is annoying. And you honestly don't need a lot of colors. Like, you totally could just get a few colors, like 6 of them, and be perfectly fine, because you can mix them and blend them and all that stuff. Anyway, now to the cons. They are not refillable. Unfortunately, you can't refill them. I don't understand why that was a good business move for them, because it wasn't. But, you know, I didn't make them. They're not light fast, so if you plan on selling the original, you probably shouldn't, because they are not light fast. And they can be pricey. These are priced at around $3 a marker. Of course, getting them in sets gives you a little bit of a discount. So, as far as a rating is concerned, I'm gonna give these a 7.5 because I actually like these. You know, the fact that they're not light fast is kind of meh, and you know, they're a little pricey and they're not refillable, so that's a little meh too. But other than that, they're really great. They're fun to work with, and I would definitely recommend them for, you know, printing out and stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of our cute little squid pod and you aren't already, hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, until next time, guys, toodaloo.